am joined by a guest. And Janice, if you would introduce yourself and indicate why you're joining me here today.
Hello and good morning. Thank you for your time. It is so appreciated and so important. My name is Janice Pocatello, and I live in central Alberta, and my family has for a while, but we originated in Dauphin, and I am the granddaughter of Michael John Pocatello. And he was one of the gentlemen who chose to preserve the turntable that is in the City of Dauphin works yard at this present moment in time. That was done in 1993, 12 years after my grandfather had retired from being a CN engineer.
And do you personally have any fond memories of those times, with him being involved in the railway in Dauphin?
Numerous. I remember being a little girl and there was a flood and we couldn't use the water, and Grandma had me on the kitchen table in a tub of water that we had gone down to go and get from the public works yard, because that was the only place that we could get usable water. And I was bathing, and I remember that Grandpa had this special horn that he used to do when he was coming into the city. At that time, I think it might have been a town. I can't remember. Yeah. But regardless, he had this special way of letting her know that he was home. It was a very romantic job, and
totally.
We'd get so excited to hear that. And there were so many other times that I was invited down to the yard with him and be on the trains, and just to have that surrounding and that environment and how that was instilled in me, how important these types of transportations were and are still.
Absolutely. So getting into how you were able to connect with the Rail Museum, if you could explain a little bit of how that took place.
It's interesting to note that when you have roots, whether you've lived there or just spent many times there, they don't leave. And I have a few community friends, and one of them reached out to me and they personally sent me a message and said, "Have you heard about this?" And that was only a week ago, and I took immediate action. And I am so thankful to this person that they thought of me and that they thought to send me this message.
So one of the positive things with current day social media, correct? There's a lot of negative out there, but this is definitely that connection with people that aren't in your close vicinity. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
The fact that
our family is all about planes, trains, and automobiles, and this family friend knows this.
So definitely knew that you'd be inspired, and that's where we at the Rail Museum here really thank you, because you'd reached out. We spoke on the phone for over an hour and really thought it would be powerful just to have this connection and show the community, show people from across the country of somebody like yourself that has those direct family links to this last in Manitoba artifact that your grandfather and 17 other community members were inspired to save, so future generations could learn about the history and such.
Well, and if I could expand upon the showingness, I would like to just pan you around very slowly as to how much further our family has taken this type of appreciation, and how transportation has been, again, instilled in our family. My grandfather, being an engineer from the times of even the steam trains, I'm going to just show you what my father chose to do as a hobby. My father has every single one of the steam, passenger, diesel trains from the CN times that my grandfather ran during his career.
So that's
My
beyond
grandfather
incredible.
was
This is
very
the first time
proud.
I'm seeing this. That's incredible.
Yes, and my grandfather was very proud. And if it weren't for him having injured himself during World War II, my grandfather is on the wall over here. And if it weren't for him having injured himself in World War II, and he was about to be deployed over to Germany to be working on the tanks, just on basically the front lines, he would have never have been with the railway and kept this country going during those times. My father was a air captain major, and when he went commercial, he was asked to fly the Pope. So we're very proud of our heritage in these things. And I know that we will be getting this train set to people who are going to preserve it and appreciate it as well. I intend, when I come to Dauphin in June, I'm bringing items to donate to the museum. And
Wonderful.
it is so important to me that our heritages are respected with the preservation. I am giving you something. It is my expectation that it will be curated, it will be cared for, it will be something that my grandchildren, my great grandchildren, and so on will be able to come and see and have that reflection of who their roots are. That's where the respect of it comes in. How are we preserving these things?
And that's one of the reasons that we're talking today is just to get that message out that, yes, we understand that the turntable is located in a current active work site. However, once again, in 1993, people taking their own money to preserve this site for future generations, it was that understanding that it would be held in perpetuity in that location for future generations. Um,
It's honestly insulting to think that a parking lot is more important than preserving something that is the only one left in Manitoba.
no, I agree. We at
A
the museum
parking
agree.
lot.
So, yeah. So any other final
My
message?
grandfather donated time and money to this effort. Sorry?
Is there anything else just to finish our thoughts? I think once again we
Oh,
really
that's exactly what I was about to say. We want to keep it short and sweet because we're to the point. And
yeah.
the point is that when you have community members that have put the effort in with others in a collaboration.
Totally.
But as I was saying, I think I might be back now.
Yeah.
The importance of how, people have donated time and money in a collaboration. That money could have been put into a savings account.
Mm-hmm.
This is a savings account. This is a national savings account.
Yeah.
And that's honestly what it's all about. And again, it's just the sheer thought that this may be lost due to something that shouldn't even be considered.
So no, once again, on behalf
And
of
that's
both the Rail Museum and myself, really appreciate you coming out, giving your voice, that direct link, and also, signing and sharing the online petition that we have through change.org. That link can be found on our Facebook at Dauphin Rail Museum. So we have no expectation with signers, but once again, we're using all the tools in our toolbox right now, like to try and preserve at least a part of this, if not all of it, but part of it in that location where it's been for 119 years now.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for your efforts in trying to do this. Thank you for having me as a guest. and being a voice, even though I froze a little bit, but thank you.
No, you're very welcome. And hopefully by getting this out there into the ether, I'm hoping maybe people like yourself that have those direct links that may not even be in the area, but if they are, even better. Just indicating the importance, the rail history, and that human connection. So once again, thanks, Janice, for spending a little moment today explaining why you reached out and why our initiative is so important.